Hello everyone! My name is Jean Grace T. Oliveras, and today we will talk about behaviorist theory. So what is behaviorist theory? The behaviorist theory of language acquisition suggests that language is learned through environmental interactions and conditioning. This perspective, championed by B.F. Skinner, posits that children acquire language through imitation, reinforcement, and association. So we have here the core concept of behaviorist theory. Number 1, imitation. Children learn by imitating the sounds, words, and sentences they hear from their caregiver and environment. Second is reinforcement. Correct language used and reinforced through positive feedback such as praise or attention, making the child more likely to repeat those utterances. Next is association. Children form associations between words and objects or events in their environment through repeated exposure and reinforcement. These associations become strength. According to behaviorist theory, language acquisition is a gradual process of habit formation. As children interact with their environment, they receive feedback that shapes their language development. This theory emphasizes the role of external factors in language learning, with less focus on innate abilities or cognitive processes. So we have here example, a child saying mama and receiving praise reinforces the use of that word. And the second example is associating the word dog with the furry animal they see regularly helps them understand its meaning. In classroom application, behaviorism is applied in classroom through techniques such as regular material review and question-answer sessions. Positive reinforcement like giving a high grade for correct answers and negative punishment like taking away recess for bad behavior are used to shape student behavior. According to B.F. Skinner's contribution, B.F. Skinner, a key figure in behaviorism, introduced operant conditioning, which uses rewards and punishments to modify behavior. His experiments with rats in Skinner boxes demonstrated how animals could learn to change their behavior through reinforcement. For instance, rats learn to press a level to receive food, illustrating how positive reinforcement encourages a specific action. In limitation, despite its contributions, behaviorism has limitations. It does not fully account for the creativity and complexity of language, nor does it consider innate cognitive structures. Critics like Noam Chomsky argue that children acquire language too quickly for it to be solely based on imitation and reinforcement. Behaviorist theory is a perspective in psychology that emphasizes the role of environmental factor in shaping behavior. It focuses on observable behaviors rather than internal mental states, suggesting that learning occurs through interactions with the environment. So we have here the main concept. Number 1 is focus on observable behavior. Behaviorism primarily deals with behaviors that can be directly observed and measured rather than internal mental processes. Number 2, stimulus response. Behavior is seen as a response to external stimuli. The theory posits that behavior can be understood and predicted by analyzing the relationship between stimuli and responses. Number 3 is learning, defined as a change in behavior as a result of experience. Behaviorists believe that learning occurs through conditioning processes. We have here also the assumptions. We have here Environmental determinism. Behavior is primarily determined by environmental factors rather than innate qualities or internal mental states. Number 2 is tabula rasa. At birth, the mind is a blank state and all knowledge and behavior are acquired through experience. And third is universality. The principles of learning are universal and apply to both human and animals. This allows behaviorists to conduct research on animals and generalize the finding to humans. So, we have here the mechanism of learning. Number 1, we have classical conditioning. Learning through association, where a neutral stimulus becomes associated with a conditioned stimulus to elicit a conditioned response. According to Ivan Pavlov's experiments with dogs are a classic experiment. We have here Pavlov's work demonstrated how a neutral stimulus like the sound of a bell could become associated with the conditioned stimulus or the food to elicit a conditioned response, salivation. In simple terms, Pavlov noticed that dogs naturally salivate when they see food. He then started ringing a bell every time he gave them food. Eventually, the dogs started salivating just at the sound of the bell, even if no food was present. They had learned to associate the bell with food, and the bell alone could trigger the salivation response. So, behaviorist theory, with its focus on observable behavior and environmental influences, brought scientific rigor and practical applications to psychology. It explains learning through conditioning and reinforcement, leading to effective techniques for behavior modification and education. However, it's criticized for oversimplifying human behavior by neglecting internal cognitive processes, emotions, and free will, presenting an incomplete view of human experience. While valuable, behaviorism needs to be integrated with other psychological perspectives for a more comprehensive understanding. So overall, understanding language acquisition theories is crucial for both educators and learners because it provides a framework for making informed decisions about teaching methods and learning strategies. For educators, these theories offer insight into how learners acquire language, enabling them to design effective curricula, tailor instruction to individual needs, and create supportive learning environments. By understanding the strengths and limitations of different approaches, educators can adopt a more balanced and evidence-based approach to teaching. For learners, understanding these theories can empower them to take ownership of their learning process, identify effective learning strategies, and set realistic goals. Ultimately, a solid grasp of language acquisition theories enhances the learning experience and promotes greater success in language learning. So again, I'm Jean Grace de Oliveras, and thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot from me. Bye!